just going to throw the drone away and requisition a new one.
Wow, dude. I mean, that's pretty hardcore.
I can bring you one on the bus if you like call me up, Selphus.
All right. So
On
who?
the bus.
On the
What are you doing with
bus.
that thing? Why do
Trying
you
to
have
imagine.
a rifle?
There's an FBI guy just taking a public transit, and everyone's looking at him like, "Yeah, this guy's totally
Oh.
legit and
Well,
not
I mean-
just dressed up like an FBI agent."
Bob can hook you up with a bus route. So
Depending on what city this is, he'll get shot as soon as he gets off the bus by the police.
True.
here's the question. All right, who
Oh
wants?
wait, we're back east. This might actually be more of while he's on the bus with people nearby.
Well, we're sort of the central United States, I'd say. A little more easterly, but
So, well, I had to talk to Mr.
Rodart.
Yeah, Rodart.
Fred.
Mr.
Yeah.
Mr. Fred, to like get all our equipment out.
It depends. Like, I don't know what you're trying to get
I
exactly.
want breaching charges, bitch.
Yeah, I mean that's maybe doable. So, let's start off though.
Also, do I have any cash on me?
Sure. I mean, you have a credit card, so
That's true. Do I
Whatever.
have an FBI sanctioned
Speaking
credit
of
card?
shooting people when they're getting on and off the bus,
yeah.
is Bob getting the elephant gun or nah?
Maybe later. I'm okay with you having it. I just mean like you'd have to buy it, and right now
He has to
you're
buy
in the
it?
middle of. Well, you'd have to buy it, an elephant gun, yeah. The FBI is not
Yeah.
gonna have one laying around.
Like no. But like like this stuff is like you can't buy an elephant gun. This stuff's like custom chambered.
No, it's not.
Is it? Is it
Yeah,
not?
no. As
not.
far as I know, you just like requisition, like not from
You
the
can
government,
requisition
obviously.
a fucking elephant gun? Since fucking when?
It's a CZ550. It's just an up-tooled version of it, so it's just a
that's
thicker barrel with a larger tooling on the inside.
I mean, you could definitely have someone make that, yeah.
Yeah, as I mean, like just send out for the order for it and could have it after we're done here, waiting back at the apartment or something.
All right, so who wants to fill? Well, first off, Agent Rudy is going to be gone for 30 minutes-ish.
Probably, because
Yeah.
seeing as how he's not on yet, he hasn't even texted me. He's probably making food.
Okay, yeah. So, who wants to fill Herpy and Ajax in?
Oh boy, how to even go about doing that? Let's see. So it started with, ass, shit, Fred, yeah, go out and
Nazis.
do stuff. We went over to a skyscraper office
Ah,
building.
We you forgot we had a cassette tape given to us.
Oh, right, yeah, there was a cassette tape made by
Nazi
Spoopy
rapper.
Poopy DJ over in Indianapolis who was predicting or
Fuchar.
naming the
Shot.
people who've been killed off, the
Mhm.
people in the parades and all that. And then he named off the person who was killed and who ass shit Fred was sending us over to investigate.
Okay. Ash shit, Fred. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, well, every time we pick up the phone with fucking Fred, up to my ass and shit, up to my elbows and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
It gets progressively more dire.
Yeah, the shit is rising. Fred's in
Up
trouble.
to my nostrils and shit. You gotta make it quick.
Yeah.
So let's see. We get
That's
there
disgusting.
because his secretary heard a gunshot-ish noise. She runs in. His head has been ventilated, and there's no bloody
who,
there.
who
There's no
killed?
gun.
Wait, our Rodart did this?
No.
or-
No, Rodart
no.
wasn't ventilated.
Rodart
Another guy
sent
was
us
ventilated.
because a different
Ah.
guy got ventilated.
Yeah,
and
Alan.
There's no
No, I
Alan
just said-
Welch.
I like how instead of like his head got blown open, we just say ventilated. It's
Well, it's because his head didn't get blown open. There was
Yeah.
a puncture hole clean through his mouth, out the back of his head.
Oh, that's some good ventilation.
He has
there.
been ventilated. Yeah.
Yeah, and it didn't blow his skull apart, so whatever it was moving really, really quick in order to not impart enough energy to blow it apart.
Initial D quick or like what?
Yeah.
What are we talking about
Streets
here?
of fire,
Like-
quick.
Yeah, like somebody hit this fucker with a rail gun in the mouth
Well,
because,
a shitload of
the-
kinetic energy, mate. That's not
Yeah.
a fair comparison.
but it's also moving incredibly fast though,
Yeah.
and there was no
Kinetic fast?
powder burn, so it wasn't a firearm. There was burning though. The tissue around it was seared,
Oh.
so
I'm getting
it was
flashbacks.
something really, really hot. Microwaving space fucking sausage.
Oh god, not again. Triggered.
You're giving Bob flashbacks.
Yeah.
Stop it before you die.
Well, Bob already had his flashbacks.
That's true.
All
He
right.
had flashbacks in chat like all fucking day.
Yep. So
now there's a Rudy who's
a-
not talking.
after we had this guy, we found him in the office, his head blown open. Oh, Bob's
was a
all
spot.
angry because some FBI beat them to the scene of the crime, although they weren't present when they got there.
But
Yeah,
those guys, like-
miscellaneous
All
FBI
right.
agent was
Which one
the
of you
performance
Chucklefucks is
of
hiding the railgun in his coat pocket?
that. Bob's just tucking close to trench coat. Go away.
Yeah. Well, you never know, that shotgun could be a real gun.
One, why? Two, why haven't you given me it yet?
3, fuck you. You can't handle this.
All right. So what happened next?
Let's see. After that, we were looking around for his safe. We found his safe. Inside there was a copy of Mein Kampf, a
Huh.
revolver,
Heil,
and
Commandant.
a book that was bound in skin. Not human skin, goat skin or
Correct.
something. But still, bound in skin, so that's a bit spoopy. The inside of it was empty. So we had to look at it with an UV light. There was nothing inside the book, but
Damn it.
there was spots on the ground. And the spots went from the corpse out of the room, through the office, and into a vent. And that's where we had the drone go to follow it.
And that was a space sausage.
So, what did my drone discover?
You discovered more spots all the way through the vents up to the roof. It got up to the roof, and the spots just dissipated after a few more spots on the roof. Just,
I get the joke
Well-
now about space sausage.
yeah. So, like, where else would it go? It had to fly away.
Fly
And or
away
be
like
invisible.
child.
How else would it kill the guy and then fuck off through a vent?
So we're talking about like psychokinetic space sausages that can fly.
Well, we already killed one of
Space
those.
sausage was floating forward.
Yeah. Sorry.
Wait, we already killed the space sausage?
When we killed the first space
Yeah, when we
sausage, it
killed
was
that
flying.
that was called the space sausage. Oh yeah, it was a space sausage.
Well,
I
that's
keep thinking,
that's what Bob calls it. Yeah.
yeah, I keep thinking of a round thing, but it wasn't that. It was,
No,
No,
it
well,
was
Raffle described it as like 2 foot wide and like 7 foot long, so
yeah,
it's
Yeah.
that's, yeah,
Like-
that's why I got a tiny bit. Yeah.
And so yeah, after that he fecked off through the vent, fecked off from the roof. We went to the address of the phone number that the corpse called shortly before he died.
Yeah. Hinkler.
A Hans Hinkler. It was the phone number was calling. We go inside the abandoned mechanics garage, and just a whole bunch of refuse. Looks like some bums have been squatting there. And then we get to the back, and there's for some reason, electronically locked door. Well, Bob ain't got time for that. I break through the fucking wall. Screw that. I'm not dicking around with an electronic lock.
It was great, actually. He's like, how's the wall look? I'm like, yeah, it looks old. I'm gonna take a sledgehammer to it. Just goes out in the van, comes back out, just breaks
Yeah,
through the
because
wall.
you're like, it's locked with electronic lock. Okay, what about the door? Well, it's steel. It's very secure. Okay, what about the wall next to it? It's wood. Okay, give me 3 minutes. Like,
I honestly cannot fault your
My
logic.
Rainbow Six training has come back to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, it was
basically.
great. It was great.
Rudy, when the fuck did you ninja in here, you motherfucking piece
How
of
did
shit?
you not
minutes
hear me
ago.
join?
I know he joined, right? But like he didn't talk, so it's like
He
did
opened
no one
a
else
soda.
notice him?
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Yep.
yes.
Actually,
Yeah.
that was me.
Oh.
I did too.
Wait, so you opened it the same time I did?
I only heard one
Apparently.
hiss.
Awesome.
Nice.
Well, I
Air
mean,
five.
so I'm really
Nice
glad
gone
then
too far.
we are doing the recap. It's good for Zelphus and Herpy, and it's also good because let Rudy, catch up and not miss anything. But
Well,
Another
that's
thing
why. There's a reason why I was quiet. I knew you guys were filling in Zelphus and Herpes, so
Yep. no.
no reason
Right.
for me to say anything.
So do you want to continue there, Borod? Doing a great job so
Yep.
far.
So after Bob decides to go sledge on the wall, then we go into the secured room, and there's what appeared to be a switchboard system. The switchboard was not manned by a person, but it was automated. The automation had a couple of connections running, one from the corpse's office uptown to Indianapolis being where the DJ was. Now, once this had happened, the local boys in blue showed up because, well, they just had a big burly man kick in the front door to an abandoned building. That's kind of suspicious.
Mhm.
Thankfully, apparently, Ajax's tablet has a printer on it now, by the way. So you printed us out a warrant for
No,
us
he
to be
printed to the van.
Oh, the van has
I
a
thought he
printer
printed it
in
out
it,
of his
so-
phone.
No, remember? Because like his phone went beep, and it's like, oh, it's printed in the van, and he went out to it.
Oh,
Fuck,
okay,
the phone
well.
even have a printer.
I don't fucking know. It's Nerd Boy. How am I supposed to know?
Yeah, no.
Bob doesn't know shit.
That's right, yeah.
It's just Nerd Boy. We need a warrant. Call fucking.
Duct
call
tape
Fred.
fixes everything.
Yeah, they like call Rodart, and they're like, the police are coming. We got some shit. Just print a warrant out to the van.
Yeah. So after that, then we talk to the boys in blue after getting through a luck roll, and we find out that this garage that had the alarm go off, the alarm was registered to the corpse uptown. The phone number here was registered to Hans Hinkler. Hans Hinkler, as far as I know, doesn't exist because the switchboard
Just
had the
random
name
searching
Hinkler
here.
on it.
Raffle, were you going for like a play on words of Henry Winkler?
No.
Or
Never
Heinrich
mind,
Himmler?
continue.
But yeah, Hans Hinkler probably doesn't exist. The switchboard said Hinkler on it.
Has science gone too far? Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the actual property that we were on, though, where the garage was, that was registered to a couple of boys that used to live in the area, Jacob and Peter Werner.
Yep.
But it went out of business. Peter, who also has connections with Nazism, was a Holocaust denier, Nazi sympathizer, all that kind of shenanigans.
Nice meeting.
And he died. He's gone.
Yep.
His brother, Jacob, bought a house in Boston 4 months ago. There's been no data since. Once we got done talking with the boys in blue, we went back inside the garage, looked around a little bit more. There was burned Nazi paraphernalia on the ground. We found a hatch. Inside of the hatch, down the stairs, there was a little 11-year-old girl who was dead, splayed open, butterflied, her organs removed, her eye sockets burnt out, and the body had been there for about a month. This corpse was missing part of a finger. It was April. And that's pretty much where we ended.
Yeah.
Told the boys in
The
blues
girls
we
that
needed a
was
coroner.
kidnapped?
Yeah.
Yes.
April? Okay.
April was the first one.
Okay. The very first girl that was ever kidnapped.
Yep.
Yep.
So we told the boys in blue we needed a coroner, and that was pretty much the end of it.
Yeah, and that was our big sand check for the end of the night.
Yeah.
Thankfully, Ajax was not in the room. He didn't find
would
it.
probably have fucking not failed that anyways. He's seen some shit.
Yeah.
Oh, on a more negative note, I have one on helplessness and one on
Violence, yeah.
violence.
Well,
Yeah.
the violence isn't surprising because he's a former fucking Navy SEAL, right?
Yeah.
So like, I don't really know about that.
Well, it's one of those things. Rudy's getting worried. Not as worried as Bob is, though.
Well, Bob's not going to go crazy from violence or helplessness. Bob's just going to go crazy.
Yeah, he's just gonna go complete nuts.
He's just gonna
All
get
right.
fucking
He's gonna
outside.
suicide again.
So, the interesting thing that we get to keep in mind is at the beginning of last session, we sort of had two major options. We either follow the lead in Indianapolis or we follow the lead in Columbus. And we opted to go for Columbus because the murder had just happened recently. We wanted to, get there, check out the body and stuff like that.
While it's fresh.
Yeah. So we are now headed to Indianapolis to check out this rapper.
And after Indianapolis, we're off to Boston.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay, we could do that.
So am I meeting them up in Columbus?
In Indianapolis. That's where you're
Or
gonna.
Indianapolis.
you're gonna
And
meet
then
them.
Columbus.
So, after the events of not yesterday, yesterday's session, but after the events of a few hours ago, Wagner got sent up to sort of reinforce the squad, and you're bringing. Sorry.
Can I call them up and say, is there anything you guys specifically
Yes.
need?
Yeah.
I'll see what I can do.
Because Rodart has allowed you guys to take some of the heavier gear, like actual SWAT armor, because you just found another body and you found a dead little girl. So I don't know how much you're telling Rodart, but either of those things should be able to get you sort of heavy gear. He's getting a little bit worried about.
Is heavy SWAT armor the bulletproof shit, or is it?
Yeah.
Okay, it's the bulletproof stuff. That's good.
It's the kind of stuff like you think of stereotypical kicking down the door wearing like the the Kevlar like outfits.
Look up SWAT teams. There you go. That's the armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you're all wearing that except for Bob, because Bob's had enough with this icky shit. He's wearing a fucking level A OSHA hazmat suit.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you will be once it arrives. It's in
Yeah,
the
but
van
I
with
mean, you
Wagner.
know, like, just fucking tell what's his dick, hey, throw that in the van.
Yep. So is there anything else you guys want to requisition?
M14.
What did you guys ever do with the giant dead demon? That was just
We
sitting in
sent
the
it
back
up.
of the van.
Poison
Uncle Sam
plague.
had that vacuum
dissected.
out of the freezer.
Yeah.
It's clean. So now we got a free chest freezer, because the government paid for it.
That's right. Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah.
Guys, come store your steaks in this. Tastes like radiation.
Jesus Christ.
It tastes like burning.
Yeah.
I'm actually more upset I didn't have a chance to take some of its blood as a sample and convert it into some sort of bullet.
And implying
Science
origami
machine.
doesn't have samples from that nasty shit.
I don't know. Would Agent Connors have taken samples?
Implying Bob wouldn't have kept a hunky
That's
blown
a-
off as a trophy.
That's true. That is true. That's pretty true.
Sure, she has it.
Okay. Sure.
The enthusiasm behind that is underwhelming.
Origami's like, not sure if good or bad.
So M16, can I have?
Can I have an M14? Make it an M60. Just give me an M20. Here we go.
Make it an M6D. Ha
Yeah.
Oh, checkmate.
Yep, absolutely. Anyone who's an actual FBI agent is issued, assault rifle for this next part of the mission. Unfortunately, that is not Ajax. You're stuck with your revolver, and it's also not Bob.
Yeah, but before we get on the plane to Boston, Bob wants his hunting rifle.
I'm also technically issued an M16 also.
I'm not
because
sure
I
you can
am
like
bombed.
easily buy one of those. Like, I'm okay with you buying one. I just don't know if you can buy within the span of like half an hour or like
Probably custom ordered.
I could see
The
you
only
getting
way
it
you could do that is if you had connections with the military.
within like 2 days. I could see you getting one.
I could buy one right now on the internet.
But wait, like in Indianapolis?
I don't fucking know.
How
um,
much?
see.
How much are you willing to pay?
how much
It's
was?
Bob. He pays for it with the government's money.
Overnight first stop delivery, 6 hours.
Oh,
Good
is,
job.
is Bob gonna get audited? Is that gonna be part of this
so-
campaign?
Is Bob going to be alive to be audited?
So, Raffle,
Yeah.
where Indianapolis is where?
It's
Oh,
in
Indiana.
Yeah.
You want to know where the dealers are for CZ550s in the U.S.?
I could make a guess in Midwest.
The other side of Illinois. Yeah, Iowa, Nebraska, Missouri, Kansas.
That's not too far, yeah.
Yeah, they're like 300 miles that away.
And how pricey would that be? Because I don't like, give or take, how much do you think Bob makes a year, though? Right.
Well, that's what I mean. It's it's government money.
So somehow you're having the Department of Transportation
No,
pay for this?
I can just ask Uncle Sam if he
Oh
can.
no,
have
this will be
FBI
amazing.
pay.
Rodart
Oh,
is going to
dude.
go to check his. bank
Like
tomorrow.
Delta
He's
Green
gonna
doesn't have
want-
money, dude. That's one thing they don't
No,
have.
that's what I mean. Ask Uncle Sam to have somebody there have the FBI pay for it.
Oh.
Oh
That's next
man.
level.
Oh.
Just work around all of that crap.
Does Bob have bureaucracy?
I
Yes, he
have
does.
bureaucracy.
Is
I
that
can
okay?
call them up.
Give me a bureaucracy there, Bob.
What is
He
my
does
bureaucracy?
have bureaucracy?
Yes, he
Question mark?
does.
Oh shit! What up?
Yeah, we're
It's- It's not too great, but he does have it.
we're trying to figure out what Bob's past was. Okay.
Bob apparently forgot how to bureaucracy. Must be drunk currently.
Okay. So Bob's not
Somebody
getting.
else
How did-
bureaucracy for Bob. He needs his
I don't
gun.
have that skill, sorry.
I have bureaucracy.
You gonna try it, Wagner?
Okay. Let's
This
see.
this might mean that Bob owes Wagner though, and I'm not sure we want to go there.
Got it.
Nice. Gotti.
You owe me now, bitch.
Yeah, but
Well, I mean, so does that mean I get it in Indianapolis or in Boston?
Um.
Because if he has to meet us in Indianapolis already,
Yeah, like Wagner can probably pick it up on the way.
sweet.
Yeah.
He gets his
What the
fucking
fuck
elevator.
rifle are you holding, Bob? Don't ask me questions. Where'd you get that? I just said don't ask questions.
All right.
You just see me shuffling away in the corner.
All right. Wow.
Okay, boys.
This is one hell of a start.
Okay.
Okay, so what are you? Oh yeah, you wanted to get something, didn't you? There, Wagner?
Yeah. So, considering we're going to be going into, unknown territory, and there might be several hostiles in the room, we might need to go in loud in order to shock the hostiles, and make sure not all of us get brutally murdered. So, I would like to requisition breaching charges.
All right. Question: are we telling Agent Rodart about the little girl?
Well, we were
think-
sent out by him for the kidnapping,
Yep.
and
Would that help our case?
we could use that as more leverage
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah.
for additional supplies.
The trick you start getting into though with Delta Green is the whole like, well, how much do I tell you, and how much do I like? You know what I mean? But yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
If we're telling them about
This is
that,
Fred Webster ass and shit. You want to talk about ass and shit? I just found a girl that's in fucking butterflied. So
Yeah.
don't you ass shit me, Fred.
Yeah. Okay. So, I got my charges, right?
yeah, you do. Yeah.
How many charges did I get?
He'll give you 2. I think that's reasonable.
Oh, shit. Fuck.
That's enough for a building. You got, like
That's
the
enough for
Yeah.
front door and whatever room you need to get into.
Okay.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Was 2 sounded fair.
And besides, I mean, you got Bob with the sledgehammer, so I mean, at the end of the day, we can get through another door.
Worst case scenario, I have my bullpup 50 cal sniper. I can just
Oh my
throw the
fuck.
fucking lock out.
Yeah, but that's not exactly something you want to do when you're standing in the freaking,
That's
like,
not
in the
exactly something you want to do in fucking close quarters, really. To be fair, an elephant gun isn't also something you want to.
Yeah, well, I mean, we do have a shotgun though, so that still works.
You
If
do
it's-
realize I am carrying my M4 and my 50 cal on my back, right?
Which
Yeah.
doesn't freak out the neighbors at all.
Why don't we just stick Ajax's revolver in the lock and just
Ruffle, you
blow
need to
the lock
understand
into the
something.
room?
Yeah.
This is the United States. Seeing nuts walking around
This
with
is
big ass
America.
guns.
Okay, seeing someone walk around with an M4 might be like, okay. Seeing 5 guys with M4s and a guy with like a rifle and an M4 on the back, a little more worrisome.
And then a
Actually,
guy
it would
with
just
one
raise-
big gun and an even bigger big gun.
It would
Yeah.
raise the question: are you guys with the local militia?
Actually, speaking of that, I saw a guy with a shotgun on his back today
Oh,
at
really?
work.
Oh, jeez.
I work at a grocery store. He had a shotgun on his back. I was like, nice shotgun.
That's
My coworker
interesting.
goes, don't talk to him about that. I go, like, just a nice gun. Had a fun conversation about that.
Wow.
So, question.
Yes.
Where we're at Indianapolis. This is still the first, right?
Yes, this is still the
Okay.
first, yes.
Oh,
So
I like
this is
that.
heading into like the night of the first,
Okay.
like the afternoon.
Just
so-
yeah, so I don't have to start another date in my
Nope.
notebook.
Nope, we're still on the first.
Okay. So am I driving towards Indianapolis now because I still want to buy a few more things?
Yep. So what else are you buying?
So I want to go to a Toys R Us and buy the fastest RC car they have.
Okay. That's
And,
yes.
I
And
know
a roll of
exactly what
duct
you're
tape for the breaching charge.
yeah. Next. I'm not. Okay.
Don't forget we have super glue.
How good is Ajax's tablet at wiring?
Stay
into
the
things?
fuck away from my equipment.
Perfect. You do know we got
How good
drones,
is it at
right?
wiring into things?
Herb?
Just give me that, Raffle. Come on.
Herp, I will shoot you.
I mean,
Like, if I have let's just say I have like a wireless camera.
DM, rein him in.
Perfect. We do
wireless
have a
camera.
drone.
All right, I'm feeling you.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if I go to Best Buy and buy like one of those tiny wireless cameras, right?
Yep.
Like one of those shitty like 50 feet range ones.
Yeah,
Just
like something
not
that would be much shittier than just having a drone to do. Yeah.
Yeah. And then some duct tape from Home Depot because you always need that.
Yeah.
Okay, and now I'm just on my fucking way to
Dude,
Indianapolis.
you can get duct tape from AMPM.
I mean, why didn't you just use a
I could've
drone
just grabbed
instead of a
it
car,
from-
man?
because drones are expensive.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you're
Because
gonna
he's
blow
gonna
it up.
blow it up.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Zelva's like, this one has super glue residue on it. You can keep it.
I really hope you just blow up a civilian with your fucking RC car, and then the
Guy
FBI's
goes
like,
over to unlock the door because something thumped against it and Herbie detonates.
yeah.
Nerf this.
Oh god.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's happening. All right. So we're making our way. Anything else we're picking up before we get to Indianapolis?
Tylenol.
I am trying to find my 45 I wanted, but I can't.
Like a revolver?
This is
No,
amazing. Origami's going to be a one-man armory.
No, you mean Rudy, but yeah, that's
I am.
yeah.
No, I was gonna trade
Well-
out my 9mm Glock for a 45.
No. Between him and Rudy. I mean, Rudy's already got
I-
the head start, but Origami's going to catch up.
Oh, well, I guess.
I can already-
I'm a doctor, not a combat person.
Yeah.
It's not like eight guns out
I
of his
just-
pocket.
I have 2 Glocks and an M16. I'm good.
It's a lot of weapons.
Well, speaking of exchanging pistols, can Bob exchange his pistol?
For what?
I want to drop the Glock for something that's completely retarded,
No.
and it would be...
Just keep the fucking
No.
Glock, dude.
The Deagle?
It's not like it's not like a Deagle. It's not like a 500 Magnum. No, I want one of those the side by side M1911s
Oh my god.
because that's a
Oh.
big ass handgun, and Bob is a big ass man.
Oh
Big ass
shit.
band.
Oh, that's better. I thought he was going to say the exploding crossbow from Half-Life.
Fuck.
Yeah.
There's that too, but no, just that. But I can wait until
Yeah,
wait
we'll,
until
we'll
Boston
just
for that.
hang out with the 9mm.
For now. Yeah, just Jacob, open the door. No.
You're literally
You took
twisting
too
Raffles'
long.
arm for like every single weaponry in the book. And
All
we're
of
just
you
gonna
are
all
doing this.
die.
You know what happens,
Well,
right?
I'm just simply
Only
buying a
because
new
your
pistol for
bureaucracy
myself.
passed, though, Herpy. That's the only reason I'm getting it now, not later.
So
That's true.
the only thing that happens
Well,
is
what-
like when you guys keep getting more guns, I just keep like going, all right, things that don't
More
die the
enemies.
bullets.
Well,
That's
one,
why I have the big gun.
next time we actually have a stop and rest, that's just when I'm gonna get my gun. So I'm buying it out of pocket.
Okay.
So
I use the FBI credit card for all of this.
The FBI credit card. Yeah, I'm sure that exists.
Just kidding. That
Oh,
Oh,
doesn't
yeah,
exist.
it's got a platinum account.
I mean, you can do a tax write-off if you can, you know.
That's true. It's for a government requisition.
That's
Yeah.
great. Herpy will be able to use his bureaucracy skill for a beneficial end.
All right,
does,
so
does origami have bureaucracy?
Implying that an elephant gun
question.
isn't beneficial.
I don't know. Origami, do you?
Not many of those in the Northwest Territory.
Yeah, I have 50.
Oh shit.
Oh,
So-
what?
so
Yes,
we
I
can
have
try and
Roxy
keep
than
it
me. What the fuck?
So we can try
my
and convince a
position
couple
just
people.
better.
Yeah. All right. You guys all see where we are on Morris Street here, right?
See.
Okay. So we roll up. This is the sort of club slash bar. It's mostly a bar, but they also have like a stage and stuff like that for karaoke nights, and occasionally they have local musicians come and do like shows and stuff like that. And this is where our good friend, I suppose he's not really our friend, but this is where. And let me just double check. I got his name here.
So we shouldn't bring the long guns in here.
Yeah,
Store
Lester.
them in the van.
Lester Foster, MC
Have you reached
Foster.
there? Have you reached them yet, by the way?
Yeah, you guys are all
Sounds
together. Yeah,
suspicious.
so you're parked out. There's a parking lot in back. You guys are parked there with your 2 vans and lots of gun.
Lots of gun.
Yeah, so MC Foster is currently
Quiet.
performing tonight. He started about 2 hours ago, and there's a few other just sort of minor local bands, like a punk band and stuff like that, playing this evening.
So is this an open venue or a closed building?
Tonight's presentation.
This is
Bob Moran.
closed. Yeah. Oh, sorry. When you say closed venue, I thought like you meant.
Like
A
open air
building.
closed? Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it
yeah.
a building or is
Yeah.
it like a stadium?
Yeah, is a building. It's a bar. It just happens to have
What
like
are the
a.
chances I can stop by a hardware store and pick up some more stuff?
Well,
what-
you can do that while we're inside the building.
Yeah. What
Like,
do
we're
you
already
need
here.
though?
Oh, 2 metal sheets.
Sure. Yeah, that's
We'll
fine.
see why later.
I'm interested to see what you want those for. But anyway, so we're at this now. It looks like, for a bar, it's fairly crowded. But that's probably just because, again, they have some shows on tonight, and the tickets seem to be quite cheap. So, how are we going in? Are we going fully geared up?
No.
Well, I think we.
Hello? Hello? think Discord died. Yep. Yeah, it did. Alright, give me 2 seconds, guys. Let's see. Make sure I got all my names right. Yeah, Jacob, Peter, Lester, Alan. This is all them. Everyone's stats. Still says disconnected. Probably just restart the program real quick.